content over everything.
Until then, because if you find out blatantly what's going on, I don't know how you're going to survive.
I don't think there's anything else to say.
No, there isn't.
But I think Brother Anthony is just doing this just to do it. I don't think he has a point anymore.
Because I see people occupying time.
Brother Anthony doesn't have a point anymore.
You have to be able to say there's something else other than what you're doing.
Brother Anthony, I think Brother Anthony's problem is this. He's looked at the Christianity model and he's seen some flaws with it. And he's seen the biblical model, but he doesn't know how to make the transition. The transition requires him to reboot himself.
Recharge.
And he don't want to do that. But he don't want to leave Christianity. To leave Christianity, you need to embrace what the Creator is saying in the book. Not we.
Embrace life.
I just need to agree what he says about me. That's it.
You mean you?
I just have to agree what he says about me. That's it. Because man is full of sin.
Yeah.
Can't believe a word he says.
Oh yeah, there you go again.
Anyone.
If they are the spirit, is the Messiah.
Now listen to this.
Go to 1 John 2 verse 3. This is New Testament.
1 John 2 verse 3. And thereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandment.
See again, start again.
And thereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandment.
If we do what?
Keep his commandment.
If we keep them, that's it.
Continue.
He that said, I know
This is
him,
Anthony who said know him.
Yeah.
and kept not his commandment,
Whoa.
Is that what?
is a liar.
Is that what?
Liar.
No,
He's
it's
a
a truth.
Christian.
He's a liar.
He's having his own private interpretation.
He's a liar.
He's a liar.
And what?
So how do you know you're keeping it?
And the truth.
And what?
And the truth.
And what?
And the truth
And truth is not
is
what?
not in him.
In him.
How do you know you're doing that?
Brother, no, we're just reading the book first. If you want to check individuals, you can do that separately.
I just need to know how
But-
you know.
No. Don't forget, it wasn't
What's
subjective.
the
It wasn't.
yardstick? What's
It
the
wasn't
demarcation
subjective.
line?
It
Where
wasn't
are we? What's going
subjective
on?
first.
What's going on?
We're just reading the book first.
But whoso keepeth his word
Who keeps his word?
in him,
In him.
verily
The what?
Verily is the love
The
of
what?
the love of the
Listen to the
Creator.
thing.
You what? You what? Love?
Verily is the
love of what?
Of the
Of the
Creator.
It's what?
The love of the Creator.
That's it again.
Perfected.
The what?
Perfected.
Perfected.
Whereby know we that we are in him. He that said
He know him.
he abideth in him,
Eve.
thought himself also to
Walk.
walk
Eve as he do.
even as he do.
He was a commandment keeper.
I think that wraps it up. Something else?
I'm sure we'll find another day to
I
occupy
think
our time.
that wraps it up.
He said,
I'm sure we'll have another
brethren,
day
I
in which we
write
can
no
occupy
new
our time.
commandment.
It's not a new thing.
I write no new commandment.
And he's speaking to Israelites here because they already understand that stuff.
Yeah.
He's speaking to Israelites. He already understands it. So when you're asking for love, we've given you love. The love of the Father. We've given you love. We can't give you any bigger love than that. It's in the book.
It's in the book.
It's in the book.
If I keep his commandment.
It's in the book.
The truth, I fall him down. It's in the drop of the truth.
So anyway, family, we wanted to do more today, honestly. The book don't call us. The book don't call us to be Christian. The establishment know that. Because what you're hearing today, they can't give you this in the Christian church. They can't give you this in the Christian church.
But the Bible's
Nobody
not
can.
telling you to be Christian. You're
Abs-
saying this.
Say that again.
The Bible's not telling you to be Christian.
That's what we're saying.
Right. So why are you saying it?
Saying what?
You have to be.
You're saying the Bible is saying to be Christian, which isn't necessarily true.
Say that again.
You're saying that the Bible tells its followers to be quote unquote.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the Bible doesn't ask us to be Christians. The Bible is asking us to be what it says.
Misunderstand things.
And what's that? And that's the
You've
point.
got to be Israel.
No.
You've got to be Israel. The book says you've got to be Israel. Because only, listen, because only Israel understands keeping the law, which is the love of the Creator, which is truth of the Creator. Only Israel understands that. Christianity
Only the children.
Christianity wants to move you away from that.
No.
Do you think Christianity is a colonizer's attempt to control and misguide a particular community? Is this what I've heard from some Israelites?
That's one, but two is the religion of Eve, adopted by Adam. Understand? Because don't forget, if you remember, this world, it says it's given into the hand of what?
The enemy.
Of the wicked.
The wicked one.
This world is given into the hand of the wicked. Well, if it is, how are you going to expect righteous way to be in there? You're going to expect the wicked to have his way in the world that belongs to him.
And I'm only suggesting, how do we do that?
How do we do what?
Because we found out.
But before you...
Because we found out.
We've been trying to answer that all day long.
We found out that all have fallen short of the glory
We understand
of God.
that. That's
And
in the book.
That's my point. How do we know that what we do is the right thing?
I agree.
Now,
Because I do it.
Where do you want to go?
Everyone thinks they're following the
That's
truth.
right.
In the Muslim community, we have this problem. Everyone says, I'm the real
One by
one,
one.
you're the fake.
One by one.
Okay, I know he's not identifying as Christian, but something similar is happening here. Both of you are claiming to have correct interpretations.
No. I'm not yet saying that. I'm not yet put the forward. I'm only saying how do we know what we've got to? Why do we use what we're using? How do we know to move forward?
And then first,
That's what I'm
okay,
asking
we'll
always.
go there. Let's read this first, so you know where we stand first.
Job 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, for he covereth the face of the judge.
Yeah,
Oh, you say I can stop right there. He covered the face of the judges.
yeah. See? Where was we going? Go to Ecclesiastes, Go to Ecclesiastes 12,
What's that?
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 12.
I want to ask you a question on this.
Yeah, it's just a few pages in there somewhere. Yeah, go on.
So when you say you are the children of Israel,
Yeah.
what do you mean exactly?
We mean we're the direct flesh descendants of Israel that's still visible to the people on the earth today. By culture, by name, by faith, by spirit, by practice.
Do you believe Jesus was black?
We don't believe, we know that the Messiah was black. We know. The world knows.
Okay, it's possible, yeah.
Not possible, the world knows. It's evidence.
How did you establish that?
Because
I'm not
no,
saying
it's fine.
you're wrong.
It's
I
fine.
just want to understand.
I understand,
how-
Baba, because it's. You see, it's funny. You know what? It's funny because every time they want to deal with the lost identity of the Messiah, they just don't go to the first place they need to. If they go to Rome, they've still got his image all over the catacombs in there. It's still in there.
So let me just read this and I'll let you go. It just says, and I know you'll agree with this.
Right.
All scripture is given by inspiration of God.
Of the Creator life, yeah. Yeah, go on, yeah.
All scripture is given by the inspiration of God.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
profitable for doctrine,
Yeah.
for reproof, for correction, for instructions in righteousness. I hope that whatever we've done here today, people will be able to pick out what they need to get on with what they have to do.
That's it.
Well, you rounded properly. You finished properly. Even though in the
Ecclesiastic chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Let's hear the conclusion.
Fear the Creator and
Brother
keep
Anthony,
His commandments.
hold on first. Oh, okay. Sorry, brother. Sorry.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Right.
Fear the Creator
Fear
and
the
keep
Creator.
His commandments,
Right.
for this is the whole duty of men.
Start again.
Wait.
Ecclesiastic 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Let's hear the conclusion of the matter.
Fear the Creator,
Fear what?
the Creator,
Fear the Creator.
and keep His commandment.
Right. Let me even see. Wait.
For this is the whole duty of men.
That's the whole duty of man.
Finish it.
Wait.
For
Okay,
the
one-
Creator
yeah.
shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or evil.
So the ancient Egypt.
There you go, family. Sorry, we're just rounding that up.
Okay.
The whole matter is concluded. It's always been known from ancient times by those who have religion or not. They were called the Hebrews. Yeah, there's a reason why they're given that name. But they understand that, look, it don't matter what you do, what you say, you're religious, you're this, you're that. Keep the Creator's commandments.
That is the duty.
You see, if you can keep them, trust me, you won't have any need for no religion.
Look,
Yeah,
what
go
I
on.
wanna ask you
Sometimes you want to see me over the
the ancient.
Oh, okay. No, let's deal with this, brother. Where you heading off?
Yeah, I'm going to make that you're not coming over there.
I would like to. We need to drink something.
You are going to go?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. I think before we start, it's only fair that you know where I'm coming from.
It's all right.
Yeah, because it creates a level playing field, right? I don't mind, whatever. Camera, no camera.
Right.
I just want to understand. Right. So, I'm North African.
Right.
Okay. I'm Muslim, but I have a more kind of. I interpret my religion. I don't take it literally, right? One of the things that I struggle with, I get what you guys are saying, but this idea that the children of Israel are predominantly black, I struggle with, because if you look at the ancient Egyptians, their DNA is related to people of the Middle East and the Mediterranean world. Like, they've done studies on this. The ancient Egyptians, not some of them were black, but the majority of them had close links to the Arab world as well.
What is Arab world?
The Shem, the Levant, the Sem,
What
the
is that?
Semites, the Semitic.
You're still not telling me anything yet. You're still not telling me anything yet.
Okay,
Break it down like you really want to.
The Levant.
When you say Arab, you're saying light-skinned people like you. Would you say that's what you're saying?
I would say that we're a range of colours, Arabs. Like in Morocco, you have very white and very black.
So what would you call those very black Arabs?
It depends. Well, this is a struggle that I have, right? Because I know for a fact, as a Moroccan, I'm not fully Arab. I know this, even though we say we are. I know that I have African DNA. You can see it. You can see I've got curtains. You can see it in me, and I'm proud of that. I like that.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Right? So, before I answer that, what would you say? The dark Arabs, would you identify them as black or Arab or both? How would you?
You say both because the words
say both.
they're just flimsy words, isn't it? Black, Arab.
What do you mean of Arab though?
Arab is a culture, an ethnicity, and a language.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you where Arab come from, okay?
Okay.
Ishmael was black. His mother was black. His father was black. Abraham, my wife named Keturah. Keturah was black. And her son was black. Okay? Keturah, the son, when Abraham sent away Ishmael and the son of Keturah, they mixed themselves together and become Arab. Brother, if people understand this thing, they were all black race people
At the time, yeah. I've seen theories that Jesus could have been black, and that's fine. Yeah.
And don't forget why he's telling you this. He's telling you this just so that you can get, this idea of ancient Egyptians were maybe not black.
Yeah,
it's a lie.
black.
It's not a lie. Not all of them were black.
No, hold on.
Not all of them were black.
Okay, tell me from your reckoning, how much percent would you say were?
I don't know how much percent, but I do know.
Let me dig out a book.
It was a predominant proportion.
Let me tell you something. When the Greek conquered Egypt, that's when the white would get to Egypt. Let me tell you, the ancient Egypt were black because the father was Am.
But can I show you something?
Listen. The father was Am.
Asian. You're talking about
Ancient Egypt.
Asian.
That's the pharaonic time.
Listen. Am, the father of Egypt, he was black. Okay? Am, the father of Libya was black. Am, the father of Canaan was black. Am, the father of Cush was black, brother.
So do you mean Nubians, like the Nubian people?
They were
black.
They were black.
Fine. But I found that, because I've got an interest in this as an Arab,
Remember, history were rewriting. History were rewriting by the European. Remember that? The European conquered Egypt.
I do agree that we have a colonized teaching of history in England and in Europe. I agree
that's
with
what
that. We have a Eurocentric understanding of history. But I found this study, right, from the University of Tübingen, right, and it said
But the writing, where they came from? Europe?
we'll get to that in a second, right? We'll get to that. Its findings, published in the Nature Communications journal, concluded that the remains found in ancient Egypt were closest genetic relatives of the Neolithic and Bronze Age populations from the Near East, Anatolia, and Eastern Mediterranean.
Remember, listen. Who counted the DNA? Who counted the DNA?
Who counted it?
Who counted it? Who's talking?
Yeah, Europeans.
No, the Jewish Kazai. Remember this, okay? Because if they can't white in Egypt, what they say who they are, can't stand. You understand? But the ancient Egypt was black. The ancient Israelites were black. I'm telling you.
That's why you watch every movie now. You see all they put in every Egyptian, even the moment white.
I agree that a lot of Egyptians were black.
All of them are ancient Egypt.
But I cannot believe that all of them were black. I can't believe
You study from Europe.
because if you look at history,
My brother, listen. If the whole Middle East was black, you know that?
I believe that a lot of the Middle East was black. Even my people.
Listen.
I believe my people were black. I believe that.
Listen.
The transformation in you then.
I believe that.
Europe.
I acknowledge this. Yeah?
Now that's what the ancient Egyptians looked like.
That's it. That's what
I got.
So these genetic studies.
Brother, don't forget I didn't write the book.
Okay, fine.
Now go to the scholars in the book. I can bring books and books for you, but just have a phenotype look first, yeah.
Okay.
And look what they did
Can
there.
I borrow this? Can I borrow
You mean
this?
to go home?
I'll bring it next.
No.
No?
Yeah, right.
Can I take the? No. Like honestly, can I take the name of
My
it?
brother gone. Where's he gone?
I want to establish
Where's he
something.
gone now?
And I'll come back next week and we'll do ancient empires. Fine. Okay. Right. There's another problem. Yeah. Right. So these genetic studies that are done that show that there is a Middle Eastern.
The genetic studies is a lie, my brother. It's a
How
lie.
can you say that?
My brother, a lie. Listen. The first, do you know Nasser from Egypt? The president of Nasser from Egypt? You know what he said in the 50th? Him said to the Israelite who come, he said, you left here black. I come back white. There's no peace. That was an Egyptian president in Egypt.
Okay, yeah. I can see truth in that, yeah. But let me tell you something. Are you telling me that you guys are more Israelite than say a Palestinian that lives in the West Bank?
Of course. Listen what I'm saying. The black Palestinian in Israel, they are the true Israelites. The black one. The black one, they are Israelites. The black Palestinians, because they converted. Yes, when the Muslims come to the land.
The Arabs, them that they're now, they're not the real Arabs.
I agree, we're mixed. I agree with that. You'll find that we're Turkish, we're Roman, we're
mixed. Most of them is mixed with the Jewish people. Them that
I agree.
live in Israel.
But that's how I think societies work. I think even the Shem, the Levant at that time, was a mixed society because we trade, we transport, we export.
The Shamite was a black people, my brother. The Shamite was black. Remember, in Iraq and those places. Listen. In Iraq and those places. Who built Babylon?
Yeah.
Who built Babylon?
Are you talking about Iraq?
Yeah. Because that's where Babylon. Who built it? Who was the first king of Babylon?
Tell me.
Nimrod. Nimrod was a black man. They can't to all those places, brother. The sons of Cush. You understand? There was a black place, my brother.
Okay, so when because in
I
Islam,
remember that's where Abraham was. That's where Abraham came from.
in Islam, we've got prophets and we've got notable people like the Sahaba that are known. We know that they're black. For example, Bilal. Yeah. Now, but there were, look, this is we can talk about this another day. Yeah, I'm not an apologist or anything. We'll keep it real. I'll talk about this another day, right? But there are also people that have been described as white at the time in that region.
You're talking about early time. You're talking about the early ages.
Would you say Islamic history is lying when it talks about certain people that were
Of course,
white?
the Quran is like.
Okay, so why? What would be the interest? Sorry, because I'm turning my head. What would be the incentive to lie about that?
My brother.
Let me tell you.
Okay, no. Let me tell you why me. Because when you read the book of Psalms, okay, Psalm 83, it said they take crafty counsel. The Ishmaelites, the Edomites, the Moabites, the Agarenes, Assyria, all these with the crafty counsel They say, come, let us wipe them up and be a nation. They said, let us wipe the children of Israel and be a nation, and let the Israel never remember no more.
Okay.
So that was it. To destroy the true Israelites.
So you're basically saying that Islam wanted it had a colonial agenda.
Of course, that's what it do.
Fine, right. I believe. So why? And I'll say this as an Arab and a Muslim. Yeah.
Why is it? Yeah. The original Arabs, them, they were black.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why you have, even today, you have fighting now in the Middle East.
Yeah.
With the we call it the Saudi Arabians.
Yeah.
And the so-called Arabs, them who used to live in there.
Yeah.
Because they claim to say they are the true Arabs. That's why you have the fighting.
Yes.
What would be the true cause of that? So everybody, listen, remember, we just like a puppet. We just follow the games.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So that is what we just keep following. Yeah. They have agenda. You understand what I'm saying? We, to the end of the day, agenda just keep around them. That's why they use symbols as they we have contact, or we have deal with one another. Yeah, but we don't go look at what happened when we see what goes on. You understand what I'm saying? And then we start to put our own spin to it. You understand what I'm saying? But what happened is, back in those days, all of those people, they were black people. You understand what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say all.
I'm not listen. I'm telling you, sir, all of those people were black people.
If I
that's why you have colonized people.
This is what I'm saying. Listen, it's history.
I think we're mixed.
No, listen to this.
From when?
Listen to this.
I think from a long time.
Listen to this.
Well, we are talking about from a long time we were black.
Listen to this. Listen. The first man Adam was black. Yes, son. From the earth, he was black. Okay.
Do you guys believe in evolution?
No, we don't believe in evolution. No.
We'll get to this.
No, evolution is all this is a lie.
Because that was my next question. Yeah. If we're all related, yeah, then am I an Israelite according to your doctrine? Because if we all come from Africa, yeah. Am I an Israelite as well?
It's not everybody's Israelite. This is what I'm saying. It's not everybody's Israelite. Yes, son. Africa is not every African Israelite.
Would you consider me an Israelite?
It depends on who your father is.
I'm from North Africa.
But depending on who your father
I know
is.
I've got African.
But depending on who your father is. It's up to your father. If the father is an Israelite, black, you'll be an Israelite. It's up to your father. It's not my mother, it's about the seed.
If I know that I've got African ancestry somewhere down the line, where is the difference between you and me?
Because listen to this. Ahmad is not an Israelite.
But okay, so a mixed race person, would you say that's an appropriate term? Yeah. Okay.
I'm
just saying because
depending on who his father is. If a father is black, okay, and he's an Israelite.
If a mixed race person, can they say that they're black and they're Israelite according to you guys?
According to their father, if the father is.
What if they're a quarter? So what if their father's mixed race and their mother's white? I think they should be able to hold their black identity.
Yeah, I said if their father is. We don't want to be black. You understand?
No,
what I'm saying,
but where do you draw the line?
My brother, leave the argument. The creator saying going to take a sheep from the goat. Yeah? So let's stick to the people then we are talking about, the original people.
Wait, no, but I just want to understand where you draw the line, because if we all come from Africa, where's the difference?
No. Africa doesn't now tell you
Israelite
or tell you. See, why you need to understand who an Israelite is also very important.
Yeah.
The Creator may love all of us, but He only gave the job to one people.
Yes.
That's why it's so important. You understand?
But what, like based on your genetics?
That's his business. That's it. Tell me, brother. What's your name, brother?
Oz,
brother Oz. Ty, yeah. Guess the funny thing people like. People like to understand why in Brother Oz's family, he may have two brothers and stuff like that, yeah? And dad may say to Oz, you go and train to be a doctor.
Yes.
And to your brother, you train to be a lawyer. And only he knows why.
Yeah.
Only he knows why. You understand? Yeah. So it's the same with the Creator. It don't mean that he don't love other people for certain things.
Yeah.
Even in our book, he told us that I'm gonna make you jealous by people who are not a people.
Yes.
I'm gonna make you jealous. So he's telling us basically that, look, the job I gave to you, if you don't do it, I'll give it to somebody else.
That's it.
Yeah. But that's why you have the priest.
You understand?
That's why you have the
Doesn't
priesthood.
doesn't it make you uncomfortable that you've been picked and selected for a special duty on the basis of your ethnicity? Isn't that
No,
a
it's
problem?
not on the ethnicity. You've heard before Abraham,
Yeah.
Isaac,
Yes.
and Jacob.
Yes.
Abraham wasn't called an Israelite, was he? No. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't called an
I
Israelite.
don't know the Bible.
Okay,
well,
fair
so
enough.
I prefer if you tell me this.
Okay,
Isaac-
fair
I'm not going to blow
Isaac
it,
wasn't
yeah?
Israelite either.
What I know is history and political history. That's my field.
Israelites started with Jacob
Okay. Isaac.
and his sons then.
Now there was a reason why the Creator made it only with Jacob. Why he didn't make it with anybody else before.
I started with Abraham,
See
Isaac.
what I
Do you
mean?
know that reason? Are you aware?
Of course, it's all through the Scripture. It's all through the.
What is it?
It's a spiritual thing. Only him. Look, King David said by the Spirit of the Most High, I haven't found a man after my own heart.
Okay. Jesse have 8 sons.
Jesse have 8 sons.
David's father have 8 sons. But he's the smallest one. But the Creator choose him.
They choose him. Don't tell me, brother, that you don't understand that concept of choosing
it's not.
for any reason.
Listen,
you
wait,
get
wait.
me? Like
Wait.
Prince, even in
I'm
this country,
uncomfortable
innit?
with that. The monarchy.
You are
yeah,
comfortable?
I'm uncomfortable. I'm not
With
comfortable.
what? With choosing.
I don't like the fact that a king can be born into a very rich situation and someone can be born homeless. For me, that the birth lottery, I'm very uncomfortable
Hey,
with
but
that. It's
guess
not
what?
something
Guess
I'm
what? Guess what? That was instituted into place because of our disobedience to our Creator. It's not like something the Creator wanted to be in place. But the world that we live in has to be managed somehow. Things have become insufficient. But how are we going to do it now? There's 10 people, 9 seats. Somebody has to lose out. But how do we manage that person who's losing out can still be protected?
Okay.
That's the
Fair
whole
enough.
thing that
Okay.
Creator is doing after Adam.
Right.
It's not to say he implemented that we should
Yeah.
suffer.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
even now, you still see our rebellion. They would put a cigarette in a shop and write on the cigarette, smoking what? Kills. And people still go there and pay. You can see that the
Yeah,
Creator
yeah.
is really not forcing madness on anybody.
For me,
People
I
still
blame
love-
this on capitalism.
No,
As a
don't
system-
blame
as a-
brother.
as an economic
Capitalism,
system.
capitalism, brother Oz. Capitalism is simply a spirit in the air. It inhabits anyone who's willing for it to come in, innit? That's all it does.
Okay, look, yeah.
So let's
no,
not
no.
use this futuristic
it's not like that.
methodology
No,
now
look,
to say
listen,
capitalism
wait.
and all.
From my very naive understanding of the Hebrew Israelites, right? I like that you guys see through the colonization of history and religion. This bit I respect and I really appreciate.
Right.
There's one thing that I struggle with, yeah?
Right.
The idea of religion, the concept of religion is arguably colonial. The idea, for example, Hinduism, yeah, a lot of people argue that it was a philosophy. It wasn't meant to be an institutionalized religion. When the West studied it and they needed to conceptualize it, they used their European lenses and they identified it as a religion because that's what they know when they talk about Christianity, yeah? When you guys have arguably you've left one form of colonialism for another because
Which is the other?
your new religion is still a religion. That's a European lens, arguably. Like,
You're
you can't
You're arguing with two dichotomies here. We're not dealing with either of them. We don't even subscribe to the first use of the word religion.
Do you
we don't
think
even subscribe.
is your view
We just
a
let you do
philosophy
that.
or is it a religion?
It's not. It's a life living.
life.
It's a way of
Fine,
life.
Fine. Then I respect you. You're coherent.
Tell
Then
me
that's
something.
fine.
Tell me something, brother
I
Oz.
respect you for that.
Tell me something, brother
Because
Oz.
you're not
Tell me
contradicting
something, brother
yourself,
Oz. If you watch the lions in the jungle or whatever we call that place,
Yeah.
would you say that's a religion they have?
I would say it's a sociological structure and system.
But they're just living their lives, innit?
Correct.
That's what we're doing.
Okay, and
That's
I respect
what-
that. That answer.
That's what
you've
we're
answered
doing.
it.
Don't
The answer
make it,
about
don't
the-
let people make you
Yeah.
think it's a religion, you know.
Okay, no, that I
If
respect.
all of us
Fine,
lived, if
okay?
all of us lived like this, we wouldn't know it's a
Remember,
religion.
On this, go on, yeah.
Remember when the Creator said, if the strangers come amongst us,
Yeah.
you understand? I want to live the way we live. We must not stop it.
Yeah, okay.
See,
Yeah,
it's a way of
You
living.
understand?
Okay, fine.
But him don't bring his own living, his own wicked
ways,
way.
his
You
own
understand?
ways, which gonna contrary
Yes,
to the Creator's way.
You understand?
Fine. Yeah.
He said, treat him like a native, like yourself.
Okay, fine. Okay, that makes sense. I've still got an unanswered question.
The ethnicity problem.
Right, the ethnicity problem. I'm not convinced that, and a lot of people. This isn't about me. I don't like whatever. A lot of people are not convinced that that region was entirely black, right? And
What do
there
they
have
mean
been
when they say
genetic
not
studies on this.
when they say not entirely?
There have been a lot of genetic studies.
What would they
that
say was
that the
then?
majority of ancient Egyptians
Remember.
were linked to the Arabs.
Which
Arab community.
Arabs? Which ones?
Cannot-
Which
cannot-
Arabs?
They
Which ones,
resemble the
brother, us?
Arabs of today in that region.
Which Arabs are the ones today?
In
There's
the
still,
Levant,
there's still,
in the
there's
Levant.
still black people in there today.
I agree.
You've been to
I
Mauritania. There's
agree. We're
Sudan
mixed.
has black Arabs.
And
yeah?
Moroccan, we've got black
Now,
Arabs.
now look.
Remember. That you know you called before the land of arms.
But you can't say that they were all black. You
Listen, my
can't
brother.
say that.
Who's
because-
arm? He's black.
I know, but not everyone in that region was black.
There was black, brother. Listen,
okay.
the table of nation.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Where's the table of nation?
Who?
The table of nation. It tells you where the European them is. The whole of Europe belongs to European.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
In Africa,
Yeah.
it belongs to Sham and Ham.
Okay.
They were black, brother. Even Europe was black. You understand?
I
But
left-
something wrong with them.
I left a whole lot of books,
Okay,
a couple of
look,
books at home.
Okay, fine. This one, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna get the genetic studies, and we'll discuss this bit next week. Yeah.
Okay,
But let's assume for
even
the time being.
even scientists know.
Yeah.
I tell that lifestyle in Africa.
Now look,
yeah.
now
Yes,
look, brother Jeremy. These are the father, call them the father figure for the original Arabs.
Yes.
Yeah. Now you hold it and tell me what phenotype they are. Yeah.
They're mixed.
What do you mean mix?
They're black. They're Arab. You can see
No,
it.
brother. This is the funny thing.
Yeah.
Arabs, I mean white-skinned Arabs like you, I don't even think that thing can pick it up, innit? Who's calling me at the time we need to be showing?
It's not a link. Don't worry.
Who's now the original Arabs? Yeah, I don't know because camera have a hard time picking up screens sometimes, innit? That's why I like bringing paper, innit? Yeah.
Have you picked that up?
Yeah. Okay. So
For me, they are mixed, like me.
now this is the problem.
I'm mixed. I know that.
This is the problem.
When my parents tell me I'm Arab, I know that's not true. I know I'm mixed. I recognize.
Now this is the problem, brother. Here's another one. Sorry, brother Oz. I know.
No worries,
yeah?
no worries.
Here's another one. They're all family. Yeah. All right. All right. Now, brother Oz, have a look. You see what I mean?
Which
so,
team is this?
I think it's Saudi. I think.
Okay, yeah, there are some black people.
It's
here.
not
Yeah.
some black.
No, because he's not fully black, is he? This guy is like okay.
I showed you
they're
they're
not-
Saudis. You say black people. They're Saudis.
This one
No,
is-
brother Oz. I showed you a football team.
We're mixed.
It's like showing you England football team, yeah? England football team.
Yeah.
You see the black young boys in there, and then you say, oh, there's some black people in there.
Yes.
They're English people. They're playing for England.
So are you
I
talking
mean,
about
come
their
on.
nationality? Is that what you're saying?
Listen,
No, please.
we're not only talking about as black
Colour.
people in a team. They are actually part and parcel of the history of that region.
But okay, look.
Look at them. When you look at their phenotype,
do you believe that we're all African? That we're all related? Do you believe?
Like you said, I don't know if it's you who said it before. We're dealing with just words, innit? The play with words, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I like to do definitions when it comes to this kind of thing,
Yeah.
because a lot of people hear things that were not said, and a lot of things that were said people don't hear.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So when you say are all of us African, all we can say is, surely, that region they call Africa is where they say the first man came out of. You see what I mean? So we all have a heritage to claim with that first person. Fair enough. But as time went on, can we still all say we're all African? Politics come into it. That's where things change. So where do we start?
I think this is very important. I don't think you should overlook this. Because
I'm just saying whatever I say now may go down well with you, but you find I don't go down well with somebody else in your same country.
No,
you find out some people don't like it.
Wait, hold on.
That liberalism.
There is racism in the Arab community. That I know this. I've seen it, and I hate it, okay? However, I feel that Morocco is a bit, the North Africa is a bit unique.
Let me ask you one thing. Let me ask you one other thing, brother. Let me ask you one other thing, brother Oz. I know it sounds like I'm cutting you off, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just trying to add to your, so you can explain a little bit more. You know when you say there's a lot of racism in the Arab community, I'm even thinking it's not so much about racism, because if a black person is already of that nation, which we can prove, they're already of that nation. They're black. They're you know, all the names we call black people. They're already that. But they're now being dehumanized by another set of people. Not based on race, because they are of the same race as you, the white-skinned ones. They are being discriminated against based on skin color. Not on race. Check it, because it's where you need to now take time slow. Because if you can prove these black people are also part of the white people, you can go to their mother's house.
But that's my argument. I think we're mixed. That is precisely.
What do you mean mixed? Because definitions.
Okay, basically.
What do you mean mixed?
I feel that you guys.
What they call mixed in this country, for example, is like black people came over from the Caribbean, Africa. Then we met a white girl. Then we mixed, you know? Then the baby came out, mixed. That's what they call mixed. But whereby these black people in your country, they didn't come from nowhere.
Yeah, they're from.
They are the ones who started. They're the ones.
Original.
This spider.
Original
This spider want to go. This spider would have gone home with me.
Wait, look, Look.
Imagine using the Bible.
The original North Africans are black Berbers. Black Berbers. Yeah?
Well, I met them, so fair enough. So
I accept this.
For being honest, that's great.
Fine, and I'm proud of that.
You got to be proud of
it. I don't want, to be honest, I don't want anything to do with Saudi Arabia. If you ask me, I don't like that government.
Which country do you say you're
Morocco,
from?
right?
Morocco.
Right?
Okay. Why do you think it's called Morocco?
Moors, the Moors.
And what Moors were what?
Black Berbers.
Yeah, there you go.
I accept this.
Now, would you go back home? Would you go back home and then say the black Moroccans are just black, mixing in with the white Moroccan? Would you say they're mixed? They're the same people, innit?
Basically, the Arabs expanded into North Africa.
Which Arabs? Which ones?
The ones from the Hijaz and from the Middle East.
The story is huge.
They expanded into North Africa and they spread the religion there, right? There is some people that say it's a colonization. I have my views, I won't say it on camera. And there are some people that say it was a peaceful It wasn't fully peaceful, let's be honest about it. It wasn't fully peaceful. Historically, academically, the spread of Islam was not completely peaceful, and I recognize this, But my problem is that I feel that you guys draw like a big line between like what is black and what isn't black. And that everyone in that region at that time, which were all black.
Come take over everything from your Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
We're not teaching that either. We're just trying to make sure people don't think it's a flimsy point we're trying to put across when we say the beginning was black. Okay. That's all we're saying. We're saying the beginning was and is black.
Fine.
People need to like look.
But there were some non-black people.
That's not the point.
Do you accept this?
Absolutely.
Fine.
But tell me, brother Oz, where do these non-white people come from?
Say that again.
Where do the non-black people come from?
Okay, tell me your answer.
No, you